So when you talk about a comprehensive energy policy, Herman, I think what we have to do is we have to get rid of all the sacred cows in Washington that want their gimmies in a supposed energy bill. Yes. Instead, lower tax rates on business to 0%. And then let people go use their
nuclear is
creative...
never going to happen in this country culturally.
Yes, it is.
It's simply not going to
I
happen.
will bet you money, Jeff. How much you want to bet? I'm cheap. I'll bet you $1.
Yeah,
I know this is scary, but I agree with Clark.
Here we go, $1.
Why do you think there's going to be a cultural change in the U.S. that has not been present post-World War II?
Because people are going to...
$1.
Yeah, people
on, Jeff,
are going to tell the anti-nuke weirdos out there, sit down and shut up. We need energy, and we're tired of listening to your whining.
The caribou lovers are going to finally have to move aside such that common sense can prevail.
Now, what's the matter with caribous? You met my first wife,
caribou lovers, okay?
Neal!
Oh, no.
Jeff, I would agree with Clark, and I think Neal is agreeing also. What'll happen is...
Sorry, that was a moose.
When gas is $5, $6, and $7 a gallon, and nuclear is a means by which we can lower your at-home energy bills so you can have money to pay for $7 a gallon gas. The American public is going to wake up and stop listening to the caribou lovers and the tree huggers.
All right, now wait. I got a question for all three of us. And the winner buys dinner for the other two.
Yeah.
I want a prediction, and whoever's closest has to buy dinner for the other two. And if we want Jeff to come along, he can come too.
Forget it. I'm way too busy.
All right. So, anyway,
what's the question?
What is the price of gas going to be on June 1st, the kickoff to summertime?
Oh, that's not enough time.
No, I mean,
what's the price going to be on May 1st of 2009?
Okay, May 1st, 2009.
$4.60.
May 1st. Why did you pick May 1st, Neal?
Because tomorrow's May 1st.
2008.
That's right.
Yeah, but he's saying 1 year from now, what's the price
May
going
Day,
to be?
Lennon, all that kind of stuff.
What's your answer, Neal?
$4.60.
Your answer is $4.60, the national average.
Yeah, well, okay, $4.59.9 then.
No,
okay?
no.
Yeah.
We got to define what's going to be the measure. National average.
What they'll be
national average retail price, according to the Lundberg survey, for regular unleaded gas on May 1st, 2009.
Okay, what is it today, Clark?
It is $3.60-something cents a gallon.
I believe it's going to be $4.65.
Oh, yeah.
Neal says $4.60. I say it's going to be $2.25.
Yeah, well, this is a guy that won't sleep in a motel that costs more than $49 a night.
Yeah, but you two...
This is a guy that books motels on Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando, for God's sake.
All I can tell you
I have a lot of respect for you, but what planet are you on?
I
and what
want
are
you
you
to know,
smoking?
I want you to know that I am going to be picking up that dinner check on May 1st of next year.
What's your
because
number?
I'm going to be right, $2.25.
Jeff, did you write that down?
I've written it down. I don't believe it, but I've written it down.
You know, do what I do. I move 2 miles from work. I live closer than Clark Howard. I fill up every 3 weeks, if that, and I just really...
All right.
I'm not bothered by
I want to change my answer to make it interesting. Since Clark has this low ball, Neal is at $4.60. I'm going to predict $5. Put me at $5.
Is that $5 or $4.99.9?
No, that's $5.
All right, now we have this on tape. So, you know, a year from now when Neal tries to claim that he guessed $2.25,
no,
we're going to have proof that I was right, that it's going to be $2.25.
All right, let me take you beyond gas now. Let's go on to food prices here as we begin to...
what do you mean we begin? They told me I was going to be here 15 minutes.
How about last one, and then we wrap it up here. Food prices, something that we Americans have never really had to think about. It's been an issue in our lives that we have taken for granted, that food is fairly priced, evenly priced for the most part, and that is rapidly changing.
We are not going to have a food crisis, but we are going to have rapidly escalating food prices, primarily due to, number one, the ripple effect of the price of oil, and number two, we are burning food to make ethanol, which is about one of the dumbest things that we could have started when we start paying for ethanol subsidies.
Well, when we're in the middle of an obesity crisis, isn't making food more expensive a good thing?
You've been listening to the Clark Howard Show, haven't you? Because I said that just yesterday, Neal.
But the problem is that when the foods that are worst for your health will be the cheapest to buy out there.
Well, okay, Herman.
Let me put my bag of bugles away here.
You know, Clark doesn't shop much. He went to a store once and got a big can of Crisco and cooked at home thinking he was going to find a whole chicken inside.
Herman,
because it had a picture on the outside.
Yeah, because I had a picture of a chicken on the outside.
Herman, something nobody's talking about with food is that
But he found a use for it.
we are paying, thanks, Neal, we are paying the lowest price as a percent of our income that we have ever paid since stats started being kept for
Yes,
food.
I agree.
Food has been a turbo deal for Americans, and we're getting back to more historical kinds of percent of income going to food. But the other thing here is that you can't overlook the fact that as the world has been developing in the third world countries, more and more people in third world countries are adopting Western diets.
Yes.
And they are becoming a demand side in the food equation that has led to some of the inflation. Now, the ethanol thing is idiotic, lame brain, dumb payoff stuff to the farm vote in the Midwest.
Which is nuts.
And if we want to actually get serious about ethanol, we will make it from sugar, which is a far more efficient provider of
what they're
energy.
doing in Brazil.
Brazil is 100% energy independent.
Yes.
And do you know that we have punitive tariffs against efficient Brazilian sugar coming into the United States to make ethanol?
It's dumb.
That's why you go to zero tax on corporations, because anytime you have taxes and credits on corporations, you manipulate the free market.
Yes, I agree, Clark. And this zero tax idea, I know that you haven't heard these words before. Fair tax. Don't respond.
You know, we put Clark on stage at a fair tax rally, and he starts talking about the flat tax.
He was having one of his $2.25.
You know, that's like taking him to a high school to talk
moments
about abstinence education. I won't finish that thought.
But Clark, I agree with you. We have gotten such a great deal for so long, we are spoiled. But the whole dynamics of how food is produced and distributed around the world on the world market is going to become distorted because of things like paying incentives to make ethanol and like other countries are becoming more food independent.
Herman, Clark, Neal, thank you very much. All three of you guys agree that the biggest problem that's Iraq has created all of this, hasn't it?
We ought to just take their damn oil. Why don't we tell Iraq, pay us back with oil now?
I think there's a lot of merit into that idea.
Yeah.
They are having their political internal squabbles when we could be getting paid back some of that money.
Yeah.
But Jeff, you've done a great job of air traffic controller.
I've been your silent partner for the most part.
Clark,
Neal, I've enjoyed. We need to do this again. If we could get Neal out of his mid-day
Neal looks
nap.
really excited about that.